Cool. And we're back. I also need to figure out how to fade out that music, because I don't know if there's a way to fade out music in the streaming sessions. Welcome back. Also, I need to turn this music back on. Cool. Also, bear with me for a second. I'm trying to figure out how to change something really quick. My brain that hasn't been functioning. We're gonna try to trust it. Trust my instincts. Fly. Do this. What are all of these songs? Oh, it's the same one. It's the same one from the other Emerang. They're trying me. They're trying me real bad. From the other side of the yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying something else real quick. I'm seeing if I can. I just lost my FC things. Filters. Add that. What's this? Nope. This. Nope. Copy filter, this. Filter, paste filter. And that's what's happening. Great. Did it just change everything? It did. This is... okay. Here we are. Thanks, game. Okay. That's where we're there. I'm so sorry for that. Trying to fix this. Okay. Sorry about that. If I click this, what happens? I'm so nervous now. Hello? Okay, yeah. Great. Perfect. This. Ah, I understand. I understand now. Yes. This. Okay, sorry. My brain's not working today anymore. This. Move this here. This we can remove from that. Yes. Because then here. Great. Filter. Great. Damn. I don't know how else to like. Yeah, I need to work on this. Okay, let's get back to the game. Thank you for your time. Move this down here. Okay. Okay. Let's continue the story. Should be good to go. Regin is quite right. Building Talos from scratch would require time we simply don't have, which is why I propose that we make use of the long-abandoned Talos which wander the wilds of Colusia. Wait, what? They'll need to be deactivated, of course, and if memory serves, the tools required to do so should still be at top rung. Come with me. Now me turning into a question mark when it clearly had a period. Love it. Rewriting scripts. Let's do it. My watch just reminded me to drink water, so this is me reminding you to drink water. Please drink water. Eh. Eh. Cool. Okay. Aha! The old memory hasn't let me down. The chest contains canisters filled with a dashedly potent insulating powder capable of halting the flow of ether in a Talos. We need only get within throwing distance of one and let it fly. Thus disabling them without damaging them. Ingenious. An old trick of the trade, nothing more. Once disabled, it should be a simple enough matter to get them to march to Yormor. More extensive repairs can wait. Still charging. Okay. To ask you to run along and do the deed, but as I said before, it's high time we learn to stand on our own 2 feet. Oh shit. We're gonna get attacked. I feel it. I feel an attack coming. I'm gonna have to save them. I feel it. Okay. Come off it, Massichoi. Even if the Talos ain't a threat, there's 101 other things out there waiting to make a meal of you. That has may be, Kaishi. But Rendon tasked me with solving this problem, and I'll not sit idly by while others risk everything to see my harebrained schemes realized. Not this time. Which isn't to say the mere thought of it doesn't fill me with dread. Though, truth be told, I can't feel my legs. What? Oh, like he's scared. But if I'm to prove I'm a man worth following, I must lead by example. Well said, Master Chai. Here, here. Why did I point at myself? What the? Yes, well, it should go without saying that I have no intention of dying for this. I've always preferred living to see the fruit of my labours. And to make sure I do, I will require your help. It is as Kaishir says, these lands are dangerous if one is not careful. I would ask that you use my spyglass to look out for any beast that could get in the way of my work. I will also need you to alert me when it is safe to subdue the Talos. Understood? Okay. Good. Let's be off then. Let's be off to the quick way to the north gate and see if we can't find a suitable vantage point for you. Him. Let's see to approach. What? I'm so confused. Am I like on drugs? Help! I'm sorry. Oh. That was weird. That was a bit strange. I did it? I did it! Let's move on to another Talos. Oh shit. Hiya! Let's go. Oh yeah. I do believe I'm getting the hang of this. You may leave the next one to me, Raxinian. I'm nervous about that. Not him doing this. Is he gonna beat it up? Beat it up. That should do it. Now we have all we need to proceed. Is he gonna come back to life? Oh, okay, he did it. Now me thinking something was gonna go wrong. That's bad. I had like no faith. We did it! Let's go! Yeah, yeah! I can scarcely believe it. It was a reckless, foolish plan, but somehow it worked. I did it! Master Chai, I believe I owe you an apology. Your plan to replenish Yulmore's food stores showed forethought and sound judgment. What's more, it is plain your time at Delirious Stonework has equipped you to lead, as evidenced by the extraordinary company you keep. You, sir, are more than qualified to be the next mayor of Yulmore. I thank you for your vote of confidence, but the fact remains I am wholly ignorant of the whole world of politics, which is why I would ask you to join me and grant Yulmore the benefit of your counsel. I would be honoured. When the people behold these Talos, I have no doubt they will lend you their support. It would seem Yulmore's leadership is at least in capable hands, would you not agree? We should probably get back, be getting back soon, Master Chai. After you've tinkered with the Talos and all, Lady Chai's worried sick. We got our sound back.
Right then, form a line and make for Yulmore.
Also, if I'm mayor, I'm getting rid of all of these little towns. Like, all that. We're turning that into, like, fields for food, and all those people are coming into the city.
Wicked white! Runaway Talos! Call the guard!
Like, the derelicts aren't going to exist anymore. That sounds very communist, like... That sounds like communism. I know it sounds very bad, but it's not about that. I just want to like make sure that like we have food here, or like all of like. I just want to make sure this is taken care of. It's a lot, and all these people that are waiting outside, like there shouldn't be any more waiting. Oh.
Is that? Darling, you're back.
So I'm gonna try to make this a little bit bigger. Bear with me.
But of course I'm back. You didn't see. Yes, I can't.
Not her breaking his back. Excuse me.
Oh dear.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry, my darling. It's just the sight of you filled me with such joy, I couldn't help myself.
Oh, no, it's all right, dear. I should have just come out and said what it was I was intending, instead of entrusting the task to a hastily scribbled letter.
Does that mean you'll do it?
Well, I'm here, aren't I? I mean, not that my absence signified any unwillingness, you understand? Oh, naught could be further from the truth. I only left to enlist the aid of the former mayor's senior advisor. And now that I have it, I believe I am ready to take office.
Oh, how wonderful!
Dearest, please!
I just know he takes it like a good. I literally was about to say, I have a feeling that's why he fell in love with her in the first place, because he was breaking that back. I mean, she was breaking that back. Like, from day one, she was all about breaking that back from day one. And so, yeah. I don't know why he's acting so surprised. Like, oh shit, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, for sure. Most definitely. It was quite a reception, one Master Chai will struggle to forget. More seriously, the arrival of the Talos has seized the public's attention. Once word has spread around Yulmore, it will be that much simpler to gather one and all so that Master Chai can make his inaugural address. Cool. Not me choosing everyone but the actual person. Despite the butterflies and so many Chais. Cool. No need to fret, Reximian. I have never felt better. Not at all overawed by the prospect of addressing the assembled masses of Yulmore. As for to do it, if we're to accommodate everyone who might feasibly wish to attend, I suppose the only place large enough would be the Emergent. Then I will go and spread the word among the citizens, both free and bonded, that they are to assemble there to meet with their new mayor. You there, Kai Shear, was it? Would you go and inform the residents of Gate Town and the derelicts? Of course I will. Good lad. I will let the guards know not to bar the way to Vorthry's chambers. It goes without saying that I expect the Warrior of Darkness to attend, assuming he's available. Might as well see it through to the bitter end, eh? The doormen at the Crown Lift will show you up. Cool. Can they just like teleport up? Also, that's totally her, right? Like, that's her character model? But they just put, like, a mask on her? So you could reuse your character model. Sussy. Sussy.
Go on, dear.
Thank you all for gathering here today. But before going any further, could I ask the free citizens of Yulmore to look around? Tis a sight none of us would ever have seen under Lord Forthry's rule. Not only do we stand in the familiar presence of those we once called the Bonded, but today we welcome the peoples of the Derelicts and Gate Town too. Today we welcome the Warriors of Darkness, come to bear witness to Yulmore's new beginning. As you know, an election was recently held, at the end of which I had the honor of being chosen to succeed Lord Forthry. You place great faith in me, and I promise to do my utmost to live up to your expectations, and I will seek always to carry out the duties of this office with integrity and fairness. Always, I say, but not forever. Let it be known that I do not intend to hold this post indefinitely. I consider myself but an acting mayor who will serve only for the interim, while Yulmore is reshaped according to a new set of values.
You can take that.
No longer can we think of ourselves as divided, as the free and the bonded, citizens and non-citizens. The systems put in place by Lord Forthry must be undone. But even as we tear down the old, we must give thought to the new, to what manner of nation Yulmore should become. Whatever the answer may be, it cannot be decided by one man alone. And so I propose that an open forum be held, that we might all discuss how best to strive towards a better future. However, there can be no talk of the morrow unless we first address the issues of today. Securing new sources of food, rebuilding relations with our neighbors, re-establishing industry. There is much and more that needs to be done. Too much for a mere man of business. And so I pledge instead to do everything in my power to ensure our city's security and stability while we all work together to see these problems solved. The road before us will not be easy, and I know full well how daunting the prospect of honest labor may seem to some of you. But we must accept the reality of our circumstances. We must move forward. This much we owe to ourselves and to the brave heroes who risked their lives to bring back the night. Once we have shored up our city's foundations and regained some semblance of normality, let us reconvene to speak of the future. Until then, I humbly ask that you lend me and each other your strength. For Yulmore!
Yeah. Not this song again. That was a fine speech, Master Chai. I believe your words stirred every soul in attendance. Stirred them to action, I hope. If I have learned anything from all of this, it's that change begins with the individual. 'Tis but a matter of finding the strength to take this first step. Assuming my fellow Yulmorians can, it shall be my honor and privilege to help them walk this road we have chosen. But we must not forget that individuals who made all these changes possible. Were it in my power, I would carve a tribute to your heroism in the very stone upon which this city stands. I hate to change the subject, dear darling, but now that you have officially taken office, have you given any thought to your mayoral seat? Mayoral? We will not be moving into the emergent, dearest. It's too big for one thing, and too far from the people for another. We will retain our current residence. I will govern here in the parlour. Oh, I was hoping you'd say that. I much prefer the view from the parlour. Begging your pardon, Master Chai. Have you got time for a word? Yes, of course. Have a bed? Aye, that's me. I liked your speech, but there's folk outside these walls as they won't have enough food to last till tomorrow, and more who are counting their crumbs. If you have a plan to change that, I want to help set things in motion. Then we have much to discuss. I can't. I'm messing up words, whatever. No sooner do I take office and my work begins in earnest. Well, I suppose I brought it upon myself. Thank you again for your help, Raximian. I hope to see you again before long. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye. What a day! I don't know what it means exactly, but I do know I've got plenty to think about. I sense we all have a great deal to consider. I had resolved to remain here until such time as Yulmore's future was secured, but it is clear to me now that the city is in capable hands. So Alphino's leaving too, is he? Seems like everyone's moving on. Everything's changing. I've been thinking about what I should do, in all this. Like I told you, I spent most of my life dreaming about living here with my friends, in paradise. That paradise is gone, but something's better taking its place, and I reckon I want to be a part of it. This Yulmore's for the people. Masachai's been going on about it. Ain't gonna build itself after all. Not that I'm much of a builder. Me and my friends will find a way to make a difference, though. Help keep things changing for the better. For the better. There we go. A far nobler dream than the one to which you clung before, and one I'm happy to say we share. Whatever path you choose, I will pray for your success. Well, when you put it that way, there's not going back now, is there? We've got a few ideas on what we can do. On how we can do our part. Just a matter of taking the first step. Let's go home, Alpha now. Let's go home. Truly, to see Kai Xie, thus inspired by our actions, is inspiring in itself. Yet however much I may wish to stay and see what comes of his efforts here in Yulmore, we have matters of our own to attend to. Come, we should return to the Crystal Tower. Mayhap Beglug's studies have borne fruit in our absence. Ay, ay, ay. To the Crystal Tower. Let's back to this. How did I get so turned around? Is my little thing that crooked? Oh shit. Okay, what's about to happen? Let's find out. Welcome back. We are given to understand a new mayor has taken office in Yulmore. Indeed, our good friend Master Chai was elected by popular vote, and after some considerable soul-searching, chose to accept the post. It is a shame we weren't able to attend his inaugural speech, though I have no doubt you will see more of him in the future. But tell me, how fared you in preparing the White Auracite? Our work did not proceed quite as expected. In your absence, we had a frank discussion on the principles of soul transference, and concluded at length that the White Auracite was ill-suited for our purposes. But Orianger, did you not say that, compared to the massy soul of an Asian, the stone could house one of ours with ease?
That I did, and armed as we are with Beglug's invaluable insight, 'twould indeed provide a trifling matter, were we to disregard the inviolable link twixt mind and soul, a link which would, we did belatedly realize, be weakened most perilously in the process of rendering our souls dormant, as Auracite doth require. Thus the shedding of these fleshly simulacra, and the suffiate of ether which compresseth them would in all likelihood deprive us of our simulacra? Psyches as well.
It would theoretically be possible to channel your minds into the Auracite instead, but we would more than likely sacrifice your souls in the process, which is why we have abandoned that plan and instead devoted our time to finding a means by which mind and soul might be transported together.
What?
Then we are no closer to a solution than when we first began. It is vexing conundrum indeed, but one for which the Crystal Exarch has Poseided? Posted? Can I not think of that word? When our discussions turned to the transference of memories and the psyche, I could not help but be reminded of a technique with which I have personal experience. Maximian, do you recall when we learned of my eyes from our encounter with Doga and Unai? I speak of the royal eye of the Allegan imperial line, gifted to my forebears through the blood and memories of the ancient Allegans. It is by this gift that I am able to control the Crystal Tower. If we were to gain an understanding of the technology by which the Allegans were able to accomplish this transference, perhaps then we could keep mind and soul together.
Imagine, if you will, a device like unto a soul crystal to replete not only with our worldly memories, but also the bountiful energies of the soul. That is our current avenue of investigation, and we will follow it wherever so it leads.
While we are thus engaged, I think it best that Maximian return to the source and inform Kryl and the others of our findings. Agreed. I imagine Tataru will be relieved to hear we've made progress of a sort.
Then I would beg leave to relay our findings onto Thancred and Reen, and to assist where I may in their investigation of the empty.
Yes, please do. Should you have need of our console, we will not hesitate to summon you. Should we need use of your console? Give our regards to Tataru. Why do I want to say Tataru? Tataru and Tataru. I can't get it right ever. Jesus. Let's go, Tataru. Please. I just need psychological help. That's all I need. It's just a one. It's just one psychological help. It's just one psychological help. Just one helping. Okay. Where you at, girl? Maximian, you're back! How did everything go in the first? Wait, don't tell me. Kryl will be here shortly, and she'll want to hear it too. She's just tending to the others. The bodies, I mean. Gods, I don't think I'll ever get used to saying that. Anyway, you can tell us everything the moment she gets here.
Bomb, bomb, bomb.
One second, let me fix something really quick. I need to do this. I need to do this. I need to click on this, and this, 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 this. It did the same thing. It did the same thing! Filters, edit. I need to remove and remove. Okay. I need to do this. I need to do this. Duplicate. This is... You can... this is... Okay. Done. Okay. And then I'm doing this. Doing this. 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 Yep. This. This. Okay. This, and then 2 more seconds. Okay, I'm gonna click this to start it. Wait for crowd's return. Yes. Okay.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I've carried out the treatment as per Master Matoya's instructions. It should slow the destabilization of their corporeal ether quite significantly. But tell me, how fare our friends in the first?
I want to bring them home, please.
So this Becklug's the first to lead an authority on soulcraft, are they? Sounds promising.
And Urianger's proffered solution of white auracite is rather ingenious now that I think of it. Well, while they press on with their preparations, you may rest assured we will continue to do our part here.
Oh, you're back.
Hello, Estinian.
And none the worse for wear, I see.
Estinian! Oh, thank the gods! We've been worried sick. Did you lose your link pearl or something?
The situation in Garlemald has become more complicated. I was making my escape from the capital when I ran into one of yours, Riol. He thought it best we come straight here.
More complicated how?
Where to begin? After entering the Empire via Razad Han, I went about my mission of investigating Black Rose. It was then, inside a provincial factory, that I encountered the one who styles himself Shadow Hunter, Gaius Baelsar. Our goals being apparently aligned, we joined forces and ventured on into the heart of the capital, to the very Imperial Palace itself. There, we found a man whom all assumed dead. But his soul lives on, and he has wrested back his flesh. Xenos Ye Galvas.
Ay, ay, ay.
Nor did the surprises end there. For no sooner had we arrived than he murdered his sire in cold blood. The Emperor is dead.
Oh, like he's dead
This sent
then.
Gaius into a rage, and he charged in, blade drawn. What's wrong?
You're having visions about it?
It shall not come easily to that thing. If you join me, then by all means. But what good will it do? I can't speak as low as they talk. I'm sorry. Oh God. God. Not the sisters. Oh, not this. Please, dear Lord. Let's end this, I guess.
Great. Oh. Anya and Julia? Interesting names. Okay. No, not the split up. Huh? Uh-oh. I'm like, who am I fighting next? No. No, no, no. I did not like that man screaming at me. That was like creepy AF. I have new buttons. Okay, what are these? Damage over time. Okay. Where's this power on the Dragoon kit normally? Try not to fall asleep. Ah, it's happening. Oh, I stepped in that one. And I stepped in that one, I think. That was pretty sick. I hate that. Put this down here real quick. Let me grab this.
Are you all right?
Mm-hmm.
Peer into my past, did you?
I mean, it's not like she does it on, like she can even control it.
Well, I didn't quite relive the experience as you did, but I bore witness to it all.
I'm still not sure what I think of this gift of yours. But no matter. Our confrontation was cut short when the Imperial Guard arrived. It was then that Xenos took his leave, citing boredom.
To think their research into the Echo could bear such fruit. Escaping death, jumping from one body to the next, and returning to his own after all this time. He is an Ascian in all but name.
It beggars belief, aye. But no more than a hero traversing the rift between worlds. My concerns are far more prosaic. With the Emperor dead and the Crown Prince missing, the Empire is in disarray. Until order is restored, assuming it even possible, we needn't fear an Imperial reprisal. And for reasons of his own, Xenos took it upon himself to rid the world of Black Rose. Riol has already gone to apprise the Alliance leaders of these developments. We may leave the matter in their hands for now.
Then perhaps we have seen the last of the fighting at Gimlet. Though, if it comes to civil war, I cannot help but fear for the provinces.
I doubt it. Doubt it.
Ah, I'd nearly forgotten to ask. What became of Gaius? Did he not escape with you?
That he did, but we parted ways shortly after leaving Garlemald. He claimed another threat had arisen which demanded his attention. He didn't elaborate, but the absence of some device or other in the capital gave him reason to believe they're planning something. Lest you worry, I believe he has well and truly shed the Black Wolf's pelt. Conquest is no longer his objective. We may safely leave him to his own devices.
Well, it's nice to have one less foe to worry about, even if we do have a mysterious new threat to look out for instead. Speaking of which, I'll see that Riel and Al Shinobi are made aware. Though we still know next to nothing, it can't hurt to be vigilant.
Well then, with Black Rose nipped in the bud, I believe I've fulfilled my part of the bargain.
That's true, but with the Archon still slumbering away, we were hoping you might agree to stay with us for a little bit longer.
Sorry, but I'm not inclined to extend my contract.
He said, see ya.
Gaius isn't the only one with business to attend to.
Thank you for your help then, Estinian. I see why Alphino admires you so.
Farewell, my friend. See that you don't make a habit of dozing off in battle.
I know he was making reference to, like, us passing out in the game, but I was also playing as him dozing. But that's because I've been for a while.
I suppose we should all be getting on then. As ever, we will see to the Archon's needs. In the meantime, why not get some rest? You've more than earned it. Go on.
Sorry, I'm editing these scenes real quick so I can get us to something. Bear with me 1 second. File, save as. Okay, I saved. Right now we are on this. Okay. You must be shattered after all the hopping back and forth between worlds. Why not stay here and rest for a while? I'm sure Beg Lug can manage without you. They've got enough scions to help them, if you ask me. They do. That they freaking do. Your soul is... Who are you? Oh god. Oh, is it a little bit? For I know full well the prey you would seek next. Zodiac. I know this. I know where this is headed. Like, I know where this is heading. I know where this is heading. What does that mean? They brought another... I understand. Because he said they were going to go find some other ones. Ay, 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 ay. Bear with me again. Pleasant surprise. If you've come to inquire after the... You're not, Master Matoyas. Active and stabilizing the corporeal ether. Pure ether. You mustn't grow complacent, however. Potent though these magics may be, not without limits. We cannot hope they afford us any time for the Crystal Exarch to complete his work. If only we could go with you to the First and help. Pardon the interruption, but I thought I come bearing urgent news. Oh god. Oh hey, it's Maxima. Ah, Roximian, it's been far too long, my friend. Boy, we talked like twice. What the fuck are you talking about, friend? I mean, I know we went through the burn together, but... Turmoil. From the Gimlet Dark. The numbers so greatly diminished, host and alliance has withdrawn, leaving the Alamegan resistance to keep watch over the border. And it is there we have welcomed some unexpected visitor who claims that this de-escalation may belie growing dangers and unforeseen threats. Commander Aldin has arranged for an impromptu meeting to discuss these revelations. He has also requested a representative of the Scions attend as well, though it was unclear to whom he wished I extend this invitation. Not as well versed in the affairs of the city-states. Of course, then we must make for the Alameda Quarter. So wait, 24. What's his name's gonna be there? Roban. So Roban, and then who's the unexpected visitor? Or did I just completely read over that? Hey, our guy. Oh.
They're here, Commander.
And I, for one, am grateful that they are. Told you've been busy since our paths last crossed at the Gimlet Dark. Not that I understand half of it. When the Scions spoke of other worlds, I'd struggled to describe what I pictured. Mayhap things would seem clearer were I to hear the tale from your own lips. But I'm afraid the situation will not afford us that luxury. I trust you two require no introduction.
We meet again, hero of Eorzea.
Mm-hmm.
Must we repeat this ridiculous display? I pose no threat to you, though what I come to warn you of very well might.
Had he meant to do us harm, I hazard he would have kept to the shadows, and brought more than 2 companions. We need not pretend to be the best of friends, but I hope we can put aside our differences for the present.
As you are doubtless aware, Sir Estinian and I cooperated to rid the world of Black Rose in your absence. Our journey together took us as far as the Imperial Palace, where we witnessed Emperor Varus meet his death at Xenos' hand. Being the sole witnesses to this crime, and in no position to defend our innocence, we were then forced to flee, each pursuing his own avenue of escape. When we were later reunited, Estinian claimed to have encountered an unfamiliar kind of machina during his flight, but to me his description seemed anything but, and upon further investigation I found that I was right. The Empire is developing a new Ultima weapon.
Oh god. With the man attached to the back.
What, that Allagan monstrosity? Created to vanquish primals? With which you yourself once thought to conquer Eorzea?
Yeah.
The same. In my foolishness, I sought to harness its power, and became the Ascian's pawn in so doing. But you know as well as I how that tale ended. The weapon itself, excavated from beneath this very city, was destroyed ere we could fully unravel its secrets, and that should have been the end of it. But unlikely as it sounds, the Empire's efforts to recreate it have somehow borne fruit, primarily through secret research conducted by the 7th Imperial Legion, it would seem.
I don't think we do.
Wait, the 7th was all but annihilated at Cartano, along with its legatus.
Indeed, few survived. The 7th, as it is now, has little in common with the Legion led by Vandarnus, and its leadership has changed hands several times since. Precisely how this project has continued despite such turmoil, and under whose auspices, remains a mystery. What we do know, however, is that a number of prototypes have been produced, and that one of them is on its way to Eorzea. We attempted to stop it, but it was all we could do to slow its progress, so we resolved instead to bring you warning.
And right glad are we that you did, though it soundly dashed our hopes that tensions might ease at last.
As it is, we've begun to strengthen our presence in the Gimlet Dark, and are assembling a force to meet the coming threat. A force with you in its vanguard, I hope. Before you say anything, I know full well you have pressing concerns of your own. Your comrades remain in peril, and I would not ask you to forsake them. But the fact remains that you, and you alone, have faced the Ultima weapon, and emerged victorious. We need you.
Like once.
And so, when the time comes, if your comrades can spare you, I bid you lend us your strength. I've assigned an officer to await your word.
The Ascian's downfall was
Oh
to
my
be
god,
the
you got
work of my
prey. I'm so
remaining
sorry.
days. But it was my
If you want to
hand
leave,
that
I'll do it with you in
kindled
30
these
minutes, and
flames,
hopefully we
I
don't
cannot
get
allow
prey.
them to spread any further. I will do what I must to see this mistake consigned to history once and for all. Even if it means begging your aid. The Fates will enjoy the irony, even as I endure the ignominy.
I too shall make for the border and offer my skills, meager though they seem in such company. Mayhap we shall meet there anon.
Though we can ill afford to ignore the coming of a new Ultima weapon, our friend's plight grows ever more precarious, and none save you can join them in the first. I only hope you are not forced to make a choice.
But that was like full foreshadowing, because that means we're gonna have to make a choice. Oh. Oh, I thought you meant like you just got it. Okay, yeah, no. It ended with us having, like, being stuck in a never-ending limbo of having to face it all the time, every day, without end. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. As ever, the way forward is paved with difficult decisions. We can ill afford to ignore the threat of a new Ultima weapon. With each passing day, the plight of the Scions grows ever more perilous. If you cannot stay for a debriefing on the Ultima weapon, I will not stop you. I only ask that you confer with me before returning to the first. Returning? What the fuck's wrong with me? Jesus fuck. Ooh, is that me? Okay. I take it you're ready to return to the first. Then I would ask you to appraise the others of recent events here in the source, Sauce. The sauce. It sounds like I'm saying sauce. Sauce? Namely, Xenos' return and the development of a new Ultima weapon. As for the bodies, you may assure them Master Mitoya and I will continue doing what we can to keep their corporeal ether stable. Safe travels, Reximian. I hope to see you and the other Scions soon. She's so... What does this guy have? No. I'll come talk to you later. I need to run those later. What am I doing? You've come at a most opportune time, my friend. I've made something of a breakthrough in my research on the soul and a means to return to the Scion's home. I trust you too have been making good use of your time. Well, ill tidings from the source, you say? Then I will summon the others, that we might be appraised of the situation.
Now that we are all here, what news from the source? A new Ultima weapon. We must count ourselves lucky that Gaius has pledged his assistance.
While this is indeed a worrying development, I think the state of the Empire as a whole greater grounds for concern. With the Emperor slain and Xenos returned, it is impossible to predict how matters will unfold in Garlemald. The Ultima weapon may be but the first of many unpleasant surprises.
The situation beareth closer observation, of that there is no doubt, and doth compound our need to return unto the source.
Then let us address that issue. Our long search for a means to see you safely home may well be nearing its conclusion. Thanks in large part to Urianger and Becklug's invaluable insight, we have succeeded in fashioning a vessel for the journey.
We set out to create a crystalline container retaining the more useful properties of white aurosite, but without its regrettable limitations. And after a good deal of trial and error, we made one. An ark for soul and mind both that will allow your incorporeal self in its entirety to be ferried between worlds. A spirit vessel, if you will. However?
Though the vessel is possessed of the requisite qualities to hold mind and memory, it wanteth yet for a means to receive of them. For that, we must needs imbue it with the Exarch's innate gift.
A gift that lives on only through the blood of the Allegan Emperors, which certainly does not flow within Aurosite or any other crystal.
Just so, milady. The blood serveth as a conduit of sorts. In its absence, memory cannot pass from mind unto mind, nor from flesh unto crystal.
That being the case, we must either alter the process of inheritance so as to require no such thing, or determine a means by which my blood may permeate the vessel. I am hopeful that the records found within this tower will yield the knowledge we require to pursue one or the other of these avenues.
As well you should be. The Allegan's body of etherological research is extraordinary. I can scarce believe it the work of ages past. But its underlying principles are not so very different from those of my own field of study. Given time, we will find the answers we seek.
We don't have time.
I know that you can ill afford to wait.
Yes.
And it pains me that I must ask you to do so. I can only reaffirm my promise to you that a solution will be found.
Am I the only one that's like... They're dying?
Whatever it takes, I will see you safely home.
Okay. He's said that like 8 times now, and it's getting me nervous that he's gonna like...
My apologies.
I do hope you haven't come to tell us that mortal peril fast approaches.
No. I had hoped to speak with the Warrior of Darkness. But there is no need to cut short your meeting on my account. I will be waiting outside.
Why not speak in here? She knows I don't mind. Unless she didn't want to.
Perhaps I might accompany you. Though I am woefully ill-qualified to assist in the Exarch's research, I may yet be of some use to Lena.
Let's see. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Now then, shall we go and speak to Lena? We have little time, so I will be brief, as an ether has been sighted in Lakeland, and I ask for your assistance in slaying it. What? A sin eater? I had heard some few yet remain after the knight had returned, but perhaps we should call the others. That will not be necessary. It only has it is only a single sin eater. A simple task for a guard, I should think. That said, I believe fighting alongside the Warrior of Darkness would be a valuable experience for them. Peace can lead to complacency that gain nothing from an easy victory. But you do not underestimate your foes, however harmless they may seem. My men would do well to learn from your example. Excellent. Then let's make for Fort Job. Something smells fishy. Something isn't right. Oh, why am I like running there like an idiot? Bitch, teleport. Hello? I'm all stupid. Hello there. If you wait here a moment, I'll gather the others. Also, wait, Virgo, have you done your... I was at death's door the day that after the Sinister attack. If you and yours hadn't come along, I'd have likely stepped through, and I wouldn't have been alone. And I wouldn't have been alone. Okay. I was like, wait, what? Your courage and selflessness is something we all aspire to. I too was there that terrible day. My friend was transformed into a Sin Eater before my very eyes, and I had no choice but to cut her down. The thought of returning to the field, of holding a blade again, it filled me with dread. But that is no way to honour her or my comrades, and so I have returned, and I swear I will not let you or anyone else down from this day forward.
A pleasure to meet you, sir. Truly, it seems like only yesterday I watched as you took flight astride Amuro to go and save the Oracle. Strange to think the Ulmorian soldiers we once locked blades with are now on our side, but we will do our utmost to keep the peace here in Lakeland.
We're all gonna die. No, I'm joking.
My apologies, Captain Lena. An elderly gentleman asked that I escort him to Clearmelt. It took longer than anticipated.
I'll not begrudge your desire to help those in need, but the soldier must be punctual, especially when we play host to honored guests.
Oh, it won't happen again. The name's Thaler. I'm sure you don't remember, but we met once before in the infirmary. I asked you to deliver a message to the Exarch and the Warrior of Darkness. Little did I know I was already talking to him. Don't give up. Don't give in. I keep those words close to my heart, and the boundless beautiful skies above serve as a reminder of their importance. My friend got to see that knight's return shortly before he passed. He left this world with a smile, satisfied with a glimpse of what was to come. There are countless others who weren't so fortunate. They gave their lives for the promise of a future they'll never know, and so it falls to us to do everything we can to fulfill that promise. No matter what happens, we won't give up. We won't give in.
Ow, my spine.
Yeah. Your heroism has inspired all of our guardsmen in much the same manner. Our scouts at the northern staging point have not had the pleasure of meeting you in person. Let us not keep them waiting.
Yeah.
Did you slay this eater? Your orders were to await the main force before engaging.
No, Captain. It wasn't us, I swear it. A man came out of nowhere and cut it down before we knew what was happening.
By himself? Certainly it is no light warden, but nevertheless.
It's true. Felled it with a single swing of his axe, he did. I've never seen anything like it. So I says to him, "Who are you, the warrior of bleeding darkness?" And he says, "No, I'm a warrior of light." And that was it. Buggered off as quick as he came.
Okay.
A warrior of light? Why would someone go around calling himself that, though? It was those bastards who caused the flood. I mean, if you were going to pretend to be anyone, it'd be him, the warrior of darkness.
Eh? Oh, I didn't know. It's an honor.
Since the Eater is no longer a threat, our work here is done. Return to your posts.
I had hoped to fight at your side today, but I'll continue to follow your example, and may we meet again.
Okay. For sure, Matt.
I apologize for the wasted journey. It seems I overestimated the threat.
You go.
As for this warrior of light, I do not know who would be brazen enough to take that mantle for his own. Whatever it may once have meant, it is forever tainted by the association with the Flood. The Exarch told me the truth of Ardbert and his comrades' deeds, and I am aware they played some part in your own triumph. But to most, they are synonymous with the calamity that befell this world. Still, if this man is minded to destroy Sin Eaters, I may forgive him his unfortunate choice of alias. But that is neither here nor there. I thank you for accompanying me.
With that concluded, shall we return to the Crystarium? There is a proposal I should like to make.
Forgive me. There is one more thing. A personal concern of mine. I had hoped you might have a moment to speak privately.
Take your time. I shall go on ahead.
He always does this little, like, head thing.
I will not mince words. This matter concerns the Exarch. Though his countenance belies his age, his demeanor never has. He has seen more than any man should and grown ever more weary with time. But I see I give the wrong impression. While it is true he attempted to open a letter with a salmon fillet the other evening, we are not here because I suspect his mind is deteriorating. Nor do I believe him to be so maddeningly unconcerned by the prospect of his own death as he once was. Indeed, the opposite is true. It is for this reason that I seek your advice. Since he returned from the Tempest, the Exarch is not as he was. He seems a different man. A younger man. I know not the details of his research, but when I saw him at work recently, there was a glint in his eye that I had never seen before. He looked happy. It was as if he had peered into the future and for the first time found joy there. Though it gladdens me to see him thus, I wonder if I should not keep my distance. I fear that my presence will only anchor him to the past, remind him of all the pain that came before. Is that so? Then perhaps we might remain as we were. As we have always been. What a relief. In that case, I will have to speak with him about the amount of time he is spending at work. This research is important, I know, but if he refuses to consider his own health, I will have to consider it for him.
Okay. Yeah. I will not keep you. You and your comrades have much to discuss. I will see you and the others back at their posts. Wait, where is this? Oh, okay, he's like in the room. Okay. I was like, wait, where am I going? Pause. Wait. The others were quite shocked to hear of what we found in Nakeland. But now that you're here, there is a proposal I should like to make. Oh shit. I've been spending a great deal of time in the Cabinet of Curiosity, and of late I've noted more and more people perusing books on history, the years leading up to the Flood in particular. I suspect they wish to know more about the Warriors of Light. Light, as well they should, but nearly everything I've come across describes them as Sin Eaters, or worse. Regardless of whether or not these Warriors of Light is who they claim to be, I worry that their sudden appearance in conjunction with the renewed interest in their predecessors may lead to growing unrest and fear. If the people of the Crystarium seek the truth, I say we give it to them.
I too can attest to the falsehoods found within full many of the Cabinet's tomes, with nary a mention of the noble deeds of Ardbert. Lord help me. Ardbert, yeah.
To be fair, they bear some responsibility for the Flood, but when the tale is told again and again over the course of a century, I am not surprised to see their roles distorted and them painted as villains. Were it not for the record stored within the Crystal Tower, I would have had no reason to question the narrative. Unfortunately, that knowledge was not for use when I arrived here in the first. The reputation had already been irreparably tarnished. That said, there still remained those who worked tirelessly to defend their good name in those early days following the Flood. Considering all the good they've done, I find it a wonder they needed defending at all. They brought to justice the man who misused my knowledge to bring about the fall of Vobert. that such heroes could be spoken of in the same breath as Sin Eaters is absurd.
Under normal circumstances, I would agree, but as time passed, those who knew firsthand of their deeds dwindled. In the end, only one truth remained, that they were the cause of the flood. With the world on the brink of oblivion, it was all too easy for the warriors of light to become villains deserving only of resentment and hate.
At what point the truth mattered little, at that point, Jesus, it would not change their lot.
Thanks to all of you, however, their lot has changed, and now they may heed the long-forgotten truth. You claimed it was Ardbert who had helped you overcome Emmett Selk, correct? Such a revelation would do well to sway the hearts of those who knew him only as a villain. I have shared this with a select few, but one and all must be told of his sacrifice. To that end, I say we proceed with Alphino's plan. We call together the people of Crystarium and recount to them the true tale of the Warriors of Light and the flood that followed in their wake.
Well, what say you, Maximian? I wish we had done this sooner. Okay. Cool. Also, sorry I didn't say hello earlier, Harley. I realized the kitty says hello. Like it says hello, kitty. I didn't realize I was saying hello. Hello. Like I saw the kitties. But I kind of knew that you were in chat, lurking. Because I'm a stalker. I'm a stalker. You reach out to anyone ever willing to lend. I sound creepy now. Oh, great. Good stuff. Oh, shit. Gotta walk around. Let's see. I mean, I could have just teleported there, I know, but what's the fun in that?
Come to browse wares in the market, have you? Well, I can guarantee you'll have no trouble finding what you need, whatever it may be. Under Yormor's new leadership, trade has never been more prosperous. Word is the fellow from the Delirious Stonework has taken over as mayor. Did he really? Little wonder business is booming that way it is. I imagine it won't be long before all of Northend reaps the benefits. But you've not come to talk about the markets. Something on your mind? I see, the Exarch did mention they had something to do with returning the knight to Northend. Alright, consider my interest piqued. Okay. Got that person. His name is Morin or Morin? Morin? Morel? Morin? No, this can't be. Surely there is at least one book here that does not cast the Warriors of Light and the deeds in such a negative light. Maximian, forgive me, the Cabinet of Curiosity has been bustling with visitors of late, but I fear our repository lacks for the knowledge they seek. The people wish to know the truth of the Flood, of the Warriors of Light. I've set high and low, but alas, every account portrays them as no better than sin-eaters, abominations worthy only of scorn and resentment.
I know they were not only judged so harshly, yet I know they were not always judged so harshly, as I cannot find any proof, and I dare call myself a librarian. Truth of the Warriors of Light of the Flood. Oh, it sounds wonderful. Regaled me a tale, but I should love to hear it again. Oh, and you may be assured I will not come alone. Going down. Oh, wait. Can I? My brain.
Maximian, my, what a wonderful surprise. Though, I hope your being here doesn't mean someone's been hurt. Thanks to you, I've had far fewer patients coming through my door of late, which is a shame, come to think of it. I've had fewer opportunities to test my medicines. I jest, of course. It's actually been quite pleasant to have a few moments to myself now and again. The truth about the Warriors of Light, but the Exarch has already spoken with me about them. Well, if there's more to the tale, I'd very much like to hear it.
Boom. Next. Who's next? Boom, 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 boom. Cha boom, 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 boom. Cha boom, boom, boom. Cha boom, boom, boom. Is this top one, eh? Oh, Catless Everdeen. Well, what a coincidence. I was just reading over a letter I received from Grennold not long ago. He says a visitor from the Crystarium found him at the bottom of the ocean and that he inspired him to reach new artistic heights. Well, I can only think of one person capable of both feats, though I'd say the latter is far more impressive. To think fate could bring the two of you together in such a place. I'm sorry? You mean the Exarch didn't tell us the whole story of the Warriors of Light? Well, whatever he's left unsaid, I'm all ears. Boom. Next. Boom, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. Cha, boom, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, boom. Wait, where's the last one? Wait, am I cracked out? Hello? ¿Dónde está el último? Oh. Wait, isn't this by the... Pendants. Pendants? Actually, I might be better off at the market? No, the pendants. The pendants. Definitely at the pendants. Well, to what do I owe the pleasure? Whatever it is, I must ask you to be brief. With the night, returned visitors have been flocking to the Crystarium, and I find myself too busy by half. I don't mind it, though, seeing the stairs so full of life and excitement. One can almost forget the flood ever happened. The Warriors of Light, yes. The Exarch has mentioned them before, but everyone knows them now as the cardinal virtues. Or are you suggesting there was more to it than that? Well,
You've yet to steer us wrong, so I'm willing to hear what you have to say. Cool. Yeah. Oh, why was I running away from the... wait. Okay. So we take these back, and then we should be able to speak to Alpha now. Hiya! So we've got here. Hello, sir. Okay. There you are. Between the four of us, I dare say we've swept the Crystarium from top to bottom. Top to bottom. Now we need but wait for the people to gather. And gather they will, Alpha now, and gather they will.
Yes, this looks to be nearly everyone.
Perfect.
Let us begin, shall we? Though I am usually the first to hold forth at such events, I think on this occasion that honor should fall to you.
Why me?
They would be more inclined to take the word of the Warrior of Darkness.
You still don't put this on you.
Indeed.
Okay.
In light of the subject matter, who better than thee to speak these truths?
Y'all are attacking me now. I don't even talk. I'm like a mute, no?
Hello, everyone.
Not this song. Yo, swearing the music in this game just activates my fucking tear ducts every single time. Like, we're not even talking and I'm... No, I'm not.
Wicked White. The Warriors of Light did all that?
That they did. Ay, ay, ay.
So they never... I mean, they only ever wanted to help. And when everything they'd done turned to ash, they still carried on.
They gave everything to stop the flood. First their lives, then their souls. And they managed it too, in the end. They saved us. And we cursed their names.
Mm-hmm.
This should go a long way towards clearing the air.
Oh shit.
Impossible.
We got problems.
I definitely see something.
Yeah.
You don't think it's a ghost, do you?
Nay. Yonder standeth no bloodless apparition, but a warrior of light and darkness both. Ardbert.
What in the world?
It's you! The one who slew the Eater!
This is bad. This is very bad.
That it should be the Warrior of Darkness who brought the truth to light. You've saved me a fair bit of time, though I have a few words of my own to say. if I may.
Do you?
People of the Crystarium! I am Ardbert, one of those you know as a warrior of light.
That's impossible. You should be dead.
Aye, that I should. But as the world has been given new life, so too have I. I know not why I, and I alone, have been gifted this chance. But I do know this. Only by the will of the star itself could such a miracle come to pass. The hero who stands before you now, the warrior of darkness, is not of this world. And the day will come when he must return to his home. But this land is our home. And if it is to remain so, now and forevermore, it is we who must protect it. The time to rely on saviors from afar has passed. It is you who must rise. You who must become the new warriors of light.
What? Us? Warriors of light?
None of us were born heroes, my friend. I was only ever a man with a thirst for adventure. But wherever my journeys took me, I was invariably confronted with the same choice. To lend what aid I could to those in need, or not. And I always chose the former. Any one of you could do the same. All you need is the will to help your fellow man, and the resolve to see it through.
Ooh.
From thine own lips did we learn of Ardbert's fate, and by thy countenance I gather thou art not inclined to recant thy testimony. Yet whosoever this man may be, his words hold truth and resonate with the citizenry besides. For us to voice our doubts here and now would serve but to sow disquiet. 'Twere better we retired unto the ocular and there discuss this matter in private.
Go. I will stay here and watch.
Ay, ay, ay.
So, that is a warrior of light of the first. I've not had the pleasure of making his acquaintance, but as you all seem to be in agreement, I gather this is no simple case of mistaken identity.
As far as I was able to discern, that was indeed Ardbert. It has been a long time, but not that long. Could he truly have been resurrected as he claims?
No.
Ardbert did entrust his very soul unto thee. I see no reason to question thy judgment.
Nor I. To my eyes, your ether burns as brightly as the day you slew Emmett Selk. That is proof that he is with you still.
Okay.
Yet that which standeth now before the people is far more than a passing imitation. I am reminded of the cardinal virtues, though a sin-eater he is not. Which leaveth but one plausible explanation.
He's like parallel universe Like they grabbed him from another world.
That he is an Ascian.
He's either an Ascian or they snatched him from another world.
Given their fondness for posthumous possession, I would have to agree. From what I understand, the Warriors of Light were laid to rest in Yulmore by those whom they had aided in life. At the time, some few still remembered them as heroes. Needless to say, 4 of them were subsequently exhumed to serve as the virtues. And if one knew where to look, Ardbert too would not have been difficult to find.
Assuming then that this is indeed the work of an Ascian, my mind inevitably turns to the last remaining paragon to survive the Sundering.
Elidibus. That Xenos hath reclaimed his own flesh is known. Thus evicted from his borrowed form and cognizant no doubt of Emet-Selk's failure here in the First, 'tis quite possible the emissary chose Ardbert for his next vessel.
Inhabiting the flesh of the fallen. My, that is unsavory. And they do this often, you say?
I love how she's just here.
Verily, for they possess no corporeal forms of their own. In what one may term their natural state, none save those gifted with the echo can perceive them. Indeed, when Elidibus intruded upon the waking sands, his presence did go unmarked by all save Nymphilia and the Warrior of Light. On that occasion, I myself remained ignorant of his coming until after his departure. It was only at a later juncture, when he deigned to appear before me in borrowed flesh, that I was finally able to take the measure of him. In such puppetry do the Ascians engage when they seek to influence the course of history.
And they have gained much by it. Emet-Selk single-handedly built the Garlean Empire in this manner, while La Hebrea came close to conquering Eorzea, having taken possession of Thancred's living body.
Thancred.
Yet it must needs be noted that the Ascians cannot avail themselves of all mortal vessels. For were they able to do so, none would serve as a better pawn than our own redoubtable champion.
Exactly.
Mayhap the blessing of light shieldeth Hydaelyn's chosen from Ascian influence. Or mayhap other forces are at work. We cannot say for certain.
Whatever the reason, I hope it holds true. I dare not contemplate what might come to pass otherwise.
Is it not peculiar, then, that Ardbert's mortal remains should be susceptible, given that he was once a warrior of light? Or did the final departure of his soul make it possible, perhaps? Regardless, to hear an Ascian use him to call forth new warriors of light boggles the mind.
Elidibus hath ever been an enigma, his ostensible purpose being to preserve the balance between light and dark. When he made overtures towards me, however, I was afforded a glimpse behind the mask of the self-appointed emissary. I shall not defend mine actions, undertaken in pursuit of a better understanding of our foe as either wise or prudent. Nevertheless, what little I did glean may now prove useful. Elidibus possesseth a subtle mind, practiced in the art of manipulation. That he coaxed this star's most valiant heroes as far as the source with naught save half-truths is no trifling feat. And now I believe he doth employ his skills once more to some as yet unknown end. Though naught is certain, should my suspicions prove true, we shall have need of all our wits if we are to uncover and thereafter thwart his plot.
Agreed. 'Tis plain that simply speaking out against him will not avail us. At best, it would only serve to confuse the people. And I would hesitate to do anything which might tarnish Ardbert's reputation once more, nor yours by association.
Yeah.
That being the case, it may be wise to keep a covert eye on this Ardbert's movements, as we attempt to discern his purpose and how best to mitigate his influence.
His performance appears to have concluded. What now? Go back out and follow him?
"'Twould appear Master Alphino already hath pursuit in mind, and I suspect one pair of eyes shall better serve our cause than half a dozen. Let the rest of us maintain an inconspicuous distance, for the present at least."
This is like really bad. You did well to dispel the falsehood surrounding the Warriors of Light, and their actions prior to the Flood, though I must say the reappearance of Ardbert, or rather one who appropriated his identity, was a rather curious development. He is an impostor, of that there is no doubt, but to the masses he will appear as a hero returned from the grave. After the Warriors of Light were laid to rest in Yulmore, the people prayed fervently for the gods to deliver them from their plight. Prayed that these fallen heroes be born again for their sacrifices. What bitter irony. I, for one, would like to know why Ardbert urged the people to become Warriors of Light themselves. Okay.
We take action. We must needs ascertain his intent. Let us pray that Master Alphino returneth soon with the most essential knowledge. For now, I think it best we to apprise Thancred and Reen of our effort. When we do confront Ardbert, we shall not doubt have need of their strength.
We have no doubt need of their strength.
Agreed. I think it prudent we all take measures to prepare for what's to come. Beclug and I will continue our research into how we might improve the spirit vessel that might one day carry you home.
Then I think it's time I return to the Great Wood. Until now, everything we have learned of the Asians has been handed to us at their leisure. But that was one of Emmett Selk's unique failings. I have no reason to think Elidibus will be as forthcoming. Fortunately, I recently received word from Vano that heretofore unexplored chambers have been discovered deep within Kitana Ravel. My head.
Would you care for company?
I wouldn't dream of going without you. When you're ready, make for Fano. Almit and his sisters will be expecting us.
Then let us be about our tasks. Pray, give my regards to the V's. Cool. Okay. I am going to walk out of these doors. I'm going to take another little break because I have to use the bathroom. And yeah, I'll be back. Let me say 5:11. I'll be back.